What's up guys, it's Sunday and just got myself ready to go to church, also known as the gym, because I've got goals I've got to achieve them. I'm going to take you through this workout today with me because I've got a new system, a new training system, and it might help some if you're trying to get in shape, if you're trying to build some dense muscle, and if you're trying to, you know what I mean, look better, feel better. So it's basic. I used to do this when I was a young guy, you know, when I was 16 or 17 or 18, I can't remember. I was young, and I used to do this workout, you know, this concept, this training concept. I used to do it, but so many different methods and internet and just in the society and the brainwashing of the internet and everything, and different books and different theories, and you forget the basics that really help. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm doing pull-ups, 10 reps, and I did 5 sets, and I only had about 30 seconds to a minute break, keeping the muscle under tension, and try to keep the technique good. But if it's not perfect, it's still better than nothing, you know. So I did 5 sets of 10 pull downs. I'm trying to use my lats to pull it down, okay, pull it to my chest. I'm trying not to use my arms, I'm holding it, but I'm squeezing my lats, you know, and trying to force the blood and the pump into the muscle, okay. And this system here, it's very basic. When I was a young guy, I would in my bedroom, that was my space, you know, and what I would do is I would do press-ups, and I would just do like 500, 600, 700, 800 press-ups a day, you know, 200. I would just, but it wouldn't easy. You don't push to failure because you can't keep up. What you do is you do 20, and then you have a little break for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, you do another 20. Once that gets hard, you do them in 10, 10, 10, 10. But don't push to failure and exhaustion. Stop before you get there, and take as long as you want to do it. You know what I mean? I would maybe do 20 reps, and I'll go and sit and play the computer or something, and then jump back off. But I was counting them, and I was writing them. I was counting them in my head, and I did about 800. And this was when in my whole life, the chest was the biggest it's ever been. My chest was bigger than my head at this point. I was about 17, 18 years old. I remember I went to a house party, and it was like crazy. You know, my chest was much bigger than my head, and it was crazy. Okay, here I'm doing 5 sets of 10 bench press. So again, just pumping the chest, getting the volume in, but making sure I'm not exhausted by the end of it. I'm not training to failure. I'm giving myself the recovery so I can get more work done, more volume done, you know what I mean? But I'm just pushing rep after rep after rep, taking a rest, and then doing it again. Okay? I'm not doing 3 sets of whatever and failing on the last. I'm not doing any of that shit. I'm just doing good technique, sets of 10. You can do them in sets of 5, whatever, as long as you're trying to get a high level of volume and you're letting yourself recover before you do the next one, okay? And you're focused with intention on that muscle part you're working to make it get stronger or bigger or whatever it is, you know. Again, weight is relative, so what's heavy for me might be light for you, you know, and what's light for you could be heavy for me. Everyone's different. This is just a training concept, you know what I mean? It's a training concept. I'm not teaching you weights and all that shit, you know what I mean? You know your body, you know what works for you, so do the exercises that work best for you, because some exercises I'll do and I don't feel no results, I don't feel nothing, you know, but other people get results off it. So I'm not trying to tell you the best things to do. You know what works for you. Over your life, what gives you the best results. You know what I mean? So now I'm doing 100 press-ups, and I think I did 20 reps at first, and then my chest was getting pretty pumped up, so I was doing them in sets of 10 after that. But I got to 100. I did 10 sets of 10 lat raises, so it's 100 lateral raises. Okay, you can do 200 if you want, 300, you know what I mean? This training method, the more is better, but you don't want to go to the point where you're failing, and you know when enough's enough, but you want to do it, and you have to do it every day. It sounds crazy, but you got to do it every day, or at least every second day. The more the better, because you're forcing your cells to adapt and change, you know what I mean? Like, the body's a survival mechanism, so if what I'm doing is training here, but the body is I'm putting so much stress on the body that it's thinking, how can we survive this if it happens again tomorrow? Okay? If you look at footballers, they've got big legs. Boxers, they've always got strong shoulders. Farmers, they've always got strong grip and whatever, you know. Cyclists, massive quads as well. You get these in Africa, you got these people who dive down into the water and swim under the water, they live under the water. They've got the biggest lungs in the world, okay? So the body will adapt, but you got to do it every day, alright? If something comes up every second day, then you got to pump the reps to get as much reps as you can a day, okay? If you go to some countries, like African countries and shit, you'll see like some skinny guys with huge necks because they're carrying, they're doing farmers' work. So you'll see everyone, you adapt to your environment. Humans are species or animals like anything else, and we adapt to our environment. You know what I mean? Lions, they're running all the time, get big strong legs. You know what I mean? Just like animals, you know. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to physio my leg. For years I've neglected my weakest. If you want to bring up a lagging body part, work that part every day. If you look at me, you'll see I've got a really strong upper body, but you can see it in my legs. You know what I mean? There's no legs there, and it's no legs there because I've had a knee injury, and the NHS fucked it up. You know what I mean? So I couldn't walk after a year. I went and got another operation, second operation. I had to and then it was okay. I got 38 boxing fights after that, but it was never the same. But instead of giving up, I'm going to try this forcing method to force this left leg to get bigger, to sort the imbalance I've got. I've got an imbalance. If one leg's stronger and bigger than the other, you know what I mean? I'm going to force the other leg to grow. I'm going to try and do this every day. 100 leg extensions. I did 100 leg curls, and I did wall squat. I did 5 sets to failure. Look at the legs, they're shaking. That's how weak my legs are. Years of neglecting this for years, you know. So like I say, this method I'm teaching is the best way to bring up a lagging body part. If you have got like a small chest or small back, or you don't have any arms, or you know what I mean, you just do this every day. Do 100 reps, 200 reps, 1 or 2 or 3 different exercises on that muscle group every day, and you'll bring up that body part. You know what I mean? So look at yourself, look at your body, and if you're not happy with a certain part, do it every day. 1, 2 or 3 exercises on it every single day, and don't just go in there and do the normal routine. You know what I mean? The normal shit, 3 sets of 10 or whatever. Do 100 to 200 to 300 to 500 whatever reps. If you choose one exercise, do 600 reps on that exercise. If you choose 2 or 3, do 100 of each. You know what I mean? Or 200 of each. You know. But I'm taking this is my body just now, because I'm going to do another video of my body again in the future, and we'll see if this. I'm going to try and bring up certain parts and make myself stronger, okay? Especially the legs. Yeah, especially that knee, especially that left leg, then both legs, to bring it up, because you're only as strong as your weakest link. So let's see how this human survival method of training works on my body, and eat right, sleep right. Try it yourself, you know. You're only as strong as your weakest link. Bring up that